Hello students, welcome back once again to our channel for the solution to your problems with Megha Goyal. Today we will solve the exercise of chapter 6 of NCERT class 8. This chapter deals with squares and square roots. But before proceeding ahead, let me tell you what our squaring of a number means. Squaring of a number means, for example, you have given a number 6 and we have to find the square of that number. It means multiplying the same number with itself, that is 6 into 6, that is 36. And by square root, we mean finding the actual number of the given number. For example, we have to find the square root of 121. Therefore, square root of 121 is 11. Now, starting with the exercise. First question is, what will be the unit digit of the squares of the following numbers? In this exercise, we have to find the unit digit by squaring the given number. So, before moving ahead, let me tell you some concept of unit digit. Suppose we have a number 696. We know that each number carries a place of itself. Therefore, 6 is called as ones place, which is also known as the unit place. 9 is the tenths place and 6 is the hundredth place, and so on and so forth. So now moving ahead to solving the question. Part 1. 81. We have to find the unit digit of the squares of 81. So instead of squaring the whole number by 81, we will just square the unit digit of 81, which is 1, and the square of 1 is 1. Therefore, unit digit of square of 81 is 1. Coming to the second part, it is 272. So again, the number 272 contains its unit place, which is 2. So the square of 2 is 4. Therefore, unit digit of square of the number 272 is 4. Coming to the third part, which is 799. So instead of squaring the whole number by 799, we will just take the unit digit, which is 9, and square of 9 is 81. Therefore, unit digit of the square of 799 is 1. Moving to the fourth part, the number is 3853. So we will just consider the unit digit of the given number, which is 3, and square of 3 is 9. Therefore, unit digit of the square of the number, which is 3853, is 9. I hope you are understanding the concept. Moving to the fifth part, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also we will just take the unit place, that is 4, and the square of 4 is 16. Hence, unit digit of square of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 6. Why 6 and why not 16? Because unit place of 16 is 6. Coming to the sixth part, it is 26387. The number 26387 contains its unit place digit as 7. Therefore, square of 7 is 49. And unit digit of square of 26387 is 9. Moving to the next part, it is 52698. What is the unit digit of this number? 8. And what is the square of 8? 64. Therefore, unit digit of square of this number is 4. The next part of the same question is, we have to find the unit digit of the square number 99880. Here the unit digit is 0, and we all know that the square of 0 is 0. Therefore, unit digit of square of the number 99880 is 0. The next part is 12796. The 12796 contains its unit place digit as 6. So the square of 6 is 36. Hence, unit digit of the square of the number 12796 is 6. The last part of the question is 55555. We have to find the unit digit of the square of this number. So the unit digit of this number is 5 and 5 square is 25. Therefore, the unit digit is 5. Coming to the second part of the question, question 2 says the following number are obviously not perfect squares. Give reasons. Why? Number 1, 1057. In this, we have to tell why 1057 is not a perfect square. We all know that perfect square are the numbers which contain their unit place digit as either 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. An even number of zeros. What do you mean by even number of zeros? That is either 2 zeros or 4 zeros or 6 zeros and so on and so forth. Therefore, if we look at the number 1057, it is not a perfect square because its unit place is 7, which is not a unit digit of a perfect square number. Moving to the second part, it is 23453. We all know perfect square number contains unit digit as 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and even number of zeros. So, comparing the list of the perfect square numbers with the unit digit of this number, we can see 3 is not in the list of the squares number. Therefore, this number is not a perfect square number. Coming to the third part, it is 7928. Okay, for this question, now compare the unit digit of this number, that is 8, among the list of the perfect square numbers, that is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. As we can see, the list does not contain the number 8, therefore 7928 is not a perfect square. The fourth part of the question is, we have to tell whether 222222 is a perfect square number or not. Similarly, in this question also, we know perfect square number contains unit place digit as 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and hence 2 is not in the list. Therefore, this number 222222 is not a perfect square number. Coming to the next part of the question, it is we have to tell whether 64000 is a perfect square number or not. Here, though the number is ending with 0, but can we see the number of zeros are in odd position. Therefore, this number is also not a perfect square number. Number of zeros would have been 2 or 4. Then this number we could have said it is a perfect square number. The next part of the question is 89722. Now here also we will see the unit digit of the number, which is 2, and we know that 2 is not in the list of the perfect square numbers, which is 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. Therefore, the number 89722 is not a perfect square number. The next part is we have to tell whether the given number, that is 222000 is a perfect square number or not. Since perfect square number contains their units place digit as 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and even number of zeros, that is either 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on and so forth. Here we can see there are 3 zeros, that is the odd number. Hence, 222000 is not a perfect square because its unit place digit is 0. The last part of the question is 50-50-50 or 50-50-50. We have to tell whether this number is a perfect square number or not. Here also we can see the unit place is 0. Since perfect square number contains the unit place digit as 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and even number of zeros. For such kind of questions, we have to consider this fact that a perfect square number should end with even number of zeros. Here, this number is not ending with even number of zeros, though it is ending with 0, but the number of zeros are not in even number. Therefore, this number is also not a perfect square number. Coming to question 3, we have to tell the squares of which of the following would be odd numbers. Here we have given some numbers. We have to tell whether the square of such number is an odd number or not. So here also we will just focus on the unit digit, because the unit digit will tell whether it is an odd number square or a even number square. So in 431, unit digit is 1 and square of 1 is 1. Therefore, square of 431 would be an odd number, because odd number starts with 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on and so forth. Similarly, for second part of the question, 2826, consider the unit digit of the given number, that is 6. The square of 6 is 36. So, is 36 an odd number? No, 36 is an even number. Therefore, the square of 2826 is not an odd number square. Third part of the question is 7779. Here also consider the unit place of the number, which is 9, and the square of 9 is 81, and we know that 81 is an odd number. Therefore, square of 7779 would be an odd number. The last part of the question is we have to tell whether the following number is an odd number square or not, which is 82004. Here also consider the unit digit of this number, that is 4, and the square of 4 is 16, which is not an odd number. Therefore, the square of 82004 would not be an odd number. Moving ahead to question number 4. Here, observe the following pattern and find the missing digits. So, this is a pattern which we have given. In this, we have to observe the pattern and fill the following pattern in the same way. So, first is 11 square, which is 121. Then 101 ka square, which is 10201. Third is 1001 ka whole square, which is 100201. So, observing the pattern in these three, we can see here if we are adding a 0 in between the number, then in the answer also we are adding a 0 in between the number. Can you see? If 1 0 is added between 11, then similarly we have added a 0 between 1, 2 and 1. Similarly in this case, 1001. Here 2 zeros are added. Similarly, 2 zeros are added between the number, initial number. So, what will be the answer for this question? 10001 whole square. Here 4 zeros are added. Therefore, the answer will be 10000 200001, means adding 4 zeros between the initial number. Now, similarly for this 1000001 square, how many zeros are here? 6 zeros. Therefore, how many zeros will be in the answer between the initial number? 1, 6 zeros, 2, 6 zeros, 1. Coming to question 5, it says observe the following pattern and supply the missing number. Here also we have to observe the pattern and tell the missing number. So, first is 11 square, which is 121. We all know that. Second is 101 square, which is 10201. Third is 10101 square, which is 102020201. So if we carefully observe the pattern in this question, for the answer we have to write the counting till the number of 1 present here. For example, here we have 2 ones. So we will write till 1, 2 and then start the reverse counting. Similarly over here, how many ones are there? 3 ones are there, right? So we will write till 3, 1, 2, 3 and then reverse counting 3, 2, 1. And how many zeros over there? 2. For such kind of questions, we will double the number of zeros present in the question. 2 zeros, then we will write 4 zeros between the number, that is 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, 2 0, 1. Similarly, let's try this. How many number of ones there? 4. So we will write the counting till 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then start the reverse counting from here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Understood till here? How many? Now count how many zeros are there. 1, 2, 3. Double the number of zeros. 3 into 2, 6. Now place each 6 zero between the numbers. So 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, 4 0, 3 0 and 2 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Understood? I hope I have made myself very much pretty clear on this concept. Similarly, we have to find, here we have given the answer, we have to find the square root of this number. So again applying the same approach, count how many ones are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 5 ones would have been there, right? Therefore write 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8. So initially kitni hongi? 4 zeros. So the square root of the given number is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Check. Moving to the sixth question, it says, using the given pattern, find the missing numbers. This is the pattern which we have given, and observing this pattern, we have to fill in the blanks. First series is 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square is equal to 3 square. Here we can see, if we do the squaring of the number, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4 and again 2 square is 4. Adding these three numbers will get 9, which is the square root of 3, which we can write as 3 square. So we can say that we have to do the square of the number and then add the number to attain the resultant number. Similarly over here, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 6 square is 36, and if we add all the three number, we'll get 49, which is the square root of 7. Similarly in this, now in this series we have to find this blank. So now it would be very easy for you, because we can say 21 square minus 4 square minus 5 square is equal to this square. So by solving the squares of the number, we'll get 400, which is the square root of 20. Here is the answer, 20 square. Moving to the second series, we have to tell 5 square plus dash square plus 30 square is equal to 31 square. Doing the same mathematical operation here also, we can say 31 square minus 5 square minus 30 square is equal to this. By solving this equation, the resultant will come as 36, which is the square root of 6 square. Here is your answer. Okay, now in the last series we have given 2 blanks. So it would be difficult for us whether what should come in either of the blanks. So for this series we have to observe the series in the third digit. Here we can see, I am solving it here for you guys. 2, 6, 12, 20, 30 and a blank. Okay, 2 3s are 6, 2 6s are 12, 2 10s are 20, 2 15s 30. Here we can see a gap, 3 and 6, difference between 3 and 6 is 3, 6 and 10 4, 10 and 15 5. Here we can see the difference is increasing successively by 1 digit. So then 6 must come here. Therefore adding 6 to 15, it is 21. So 2 into 21 is 42. Therefore this blank is 42. Can you see here? So by solving this equation, 6 square plus 7 square plus 42 square, we will get 43 square. I hope this is clear. Coming to the next question, question 7, it says without adding find the sum. Here we have given a certain series which is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. But there is a twist, we don't have to add these numbers, we just have to tell without adding what will be the sum of these number. For such kind of questions, we count the number of digits present in the question, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 odd numbers are there. For finding the sum of such question, we will square the digit, that is 5 square, which is 25. Therefore the sum of 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is 25. Second part, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. Similarly, applying the same approach in this part also, count the number of odd numbers present here. Here we have 10 odd numbers and square of 10 is 100. Therefore, the sum of these series is 100. Coming to the third part, we have to tell the sum of 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 till 23. So, count the number of digits present here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 odd numbers are here. Square of 12 is 144. Therefore, the sum of this series is 144. Coming to question 8, we have to tell express 49 as a sum of 7 odd numbers. Here we have to tell what were the 7 odd numbers by adding of which we get 49. Understood? We also know that 49 is a square root of 7. Therefore, it is the sum of 7 odd numbers. An odd number starts with 1. 7 odd numbers will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. And by adding all these 7 odd numbers, we will get the sum as 49. Similarly, we have to express 121 as a sum of 11 odd numbers. And we also know that 121 is a square root of 11. Therefore, sum of 11 odd numbers will give 121 as a resultant. So, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 plus 21 will give the resultant as 121. Coming to question number 9, we have to tell how many numbers lie between the squares of the following numbers? Again understand the question. How many numbers lie between the squares of the following numbers? The first number is 12 and 13. We have to tell how many numbers will lie between the square of 12 and the square of 13. So for such kind of questions where we know the given numbers are non-perfect squares, 12 is also not a perfect square and 13 is also not a perfect square. So here to find the numbers between the square of such numbers, we use the formula 2n. Here n is 12. Why 12? Because 12 is n square and 13 is n plus 1, that is 12 plus 1. Therefore n is equal to 12. So the numbers lie between 12 and 13. The square of 12 and 13 is 2n, that is 2 into 12, 2 into 12, which gives you 24. To have a better clarity, let's do one more question of this type. Second part of the question is 25 and 26. Since non-perfect square numbers between n square and n plus 1 square are 2n, here n is equal to 25. Therefore, non-perfect square numbers between 25 and 26 are 2n, that is 2 into 25 is equal to 50. The third part of the question, 99 and 100. Similarly, here also, what will be the n? N is equal to 99. Therefore, non-perfect square numbers between 99 and 100 is 2n. 2 into 99, which gives us 198. That means there are 198 non-perfect square numbers between 99 and 100. With this question, we have completed our back exercise 6.1. I hope you have understood all the question. For further doubt, please write your doubts in the comment section below. Thank you.